before. They'll be on their T side for this map. Furia starting up on the CT side. We'll see K Serrato and Art on the B side. Oh, CSGO Grenade goes down early on. K Serrato gets extinguished. They have to spend the smoke. Oh, headshots being delivered. He's fighting more. He's put Valde down so low. K Serrato is just handling them all. And Alexi B, he tries to escape, but he gets put down to 22 health. Furia, well, they are not letting off the gas. They smell the blood and they go on the hunt. OG have 2 players remaining and they are nowhere to be seen. Issa, he's found an A site. He's completely free, but he's got no bomb. He's got no way of getting this done.
And with time, they will suspect. They will hold their guard. I don't think Issa is going to be able to find a double kill that he would need. Alexi B is just waiting for Issa to find some sort of timing. He cannot on himself just take home Furia right now.
Vinny has Julies as well. You know, last time on Mirage it was Art. Now we've got Vinny with him.
Maybe Issa just found a way in. Because he let these 2 players run towards jungle. He could potentially have a double kill towards K Serrato and his teammate up there. So it's possible. It's doable.
Time to strike.
He could do it. He could do it. Take your time.
Good fire back and forth. K Serrato will eventually get dealt with. Alexi, though, he's been on such low health for a long time. Instantly headshotted by Yuri, and a pretty comfortable pistol round for Furia.
If you're a Furia fan, you like the way it looked in the first 10 seconds. With K Serrato just completely stomping them early on. Look at this. K Serrato is the bouncer. Can I see an ID? Sorry, this is a private party. I can't let you in.
No smoking in here.
Nope, there isn't. And then Issa finding the timing. I think there was 1 out of the 14 million universe. There was 1 where Issa actually finds 3 kills with that flank. But that was just too much to ask from the man. OG will concede in this round as well. Just going in with Glocks.
Oh, no.
Not much to hope for.
Clean up,
Problem is MP9 to take the kills. Look at this.
Art's baiting him in. Yuri's there. Issa's headshot MBK.
Issa with a little bit of a friendly fire.
Yeah. MBK's already triggered. Imagine what he's feeling now.
Well, to be fair, it's money that an MP9 is not going to make. Let me spin it this way. It's money
Found
that
a positive in
I'm
it.
trying, right?
How much money did Issa lose from that, though?
Actually, I don't really know how it works, but he's able to pull up the AK plus Kevlar plus smoke, so he's good. And this is the first round from OG.
So he's just lacking some utility just a little bit compared to his teammates, but that's not the end of the world. Again, aggression to be shown, but Valde, he's ready and waiting for it. He knows what Art is up to. So far, we've seen Art on B, on mid, and now through Palace.
He's everywhere.
That is the art of Furia.
Then Yuri is still stuck very close. Valde revealing now his forward position. Will give time to Yuri to change his. And if you look at the minimap, you see OG, they're diverting. They're changing their plans, and it is working beautifully so far. Vinny has abandoned the B side. Alexi B is making the right call. And this might not even go down to kills.
Oh, so much damage being done, and OG are being pushed back a little bit here. Alexi's found a way in. They're into the site. They deal some nice damage onto Vinny, but he's still able to win out the first duel. He's even managed to escape Mantu and co. They're in the site, and he's hanging in there somehow. More damage done towards Mantu, and Vinny put up one hell of a fight considering how outnumbered and outgunned he was. The CSGO Grenade's going to go over the top. It just misses the mark on getting... Oh, my... What? I thought it was too late for that to happen.
It was a fast-sprinting Molotov.
Yeah.
An upgrade.
It followed Mantu to his death. Now K Serrato, he's ready for this push to come in. It is a flank, but if they go too fast, it's going to be unstoppable.
Valde is still not activated. They have no idea about Valde. He's got the round in his grab. 42 HP on both OG's players.
Now they know.
That's it. Valde strikes in, and now Henny is stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't see a way out. He strikes on Valde, but he's got no kit to play with. And OG will get away with their first round on Mirage. Don't get me wrong. I thought they would have it easier.
Yeah, when they got the site.
Vinny had 1.9 kill in his position. I thought he was done for.
The fact he even did damage onto Mantu is the only reason Mantu died to the flames.
It's sick.
But this is something OG can work with. They can be happy with this. Off the back of a bomb plant, it's not going to be a troublesome buy. Oh, literally right on the edge it showed him. With that flank. That flank was key.
Another purchase from Furia. There is the AWP on Art. Henny is going to stick with the AK. Not a bad weapon to have. And that's the A split. Really fast from OG. They want to pick up the pace. Furia have 3.5 players towards the A side. But is that ahead?
Oh,
yes, indeed, that is.
Go. That's how you open up a site. They had no idea.
Eco-friendly, 1 bullet.
Oh no, Vinny. Valde's even going to run into him or destroy him like that just as the smoke starts to disappear. And he's able to trade it out. And actually, he's going to do better than that. He finds himself 2. Quesarado becomes very unlucky on the timing. He jumps out a window. And they don't have to take this site, but they do still want to go into it. They expect Henny to be in the smoke. They're fearing the smoke for now. He decides to strike and do some more damage. Surely not like this. Henny needs to be careful from his side.
Oh, the repositioning.
Alexi's there, but he's focused in on the footsteps. Mantu and Alexi, they should have him dead to rights. But they're not going for the plant just yet. They're playing a double poke on it. That was close. That was scary, but they played it smart.
So the reason they had to go for him was because the bomb was behind Henny. The bomb fell down early on in the round. Yes, that's why they had to fight him. And that's why he was able to do so much damage. It's a great opening pick, by the way, from Alexi. I didn't even realize you could see, because that position that Yuri's holding, thank you for the replay.
Oh.
That's a very common position to hold A-ramp. It's an off angle as well, and you can hold apps if you need to. So Alexi finding that kill was so key. But Henny, he is not backing down. He picks up the AWP now. Where's he on the map? He's gonna take care of the B side alone. That means we have 4 players on A, and look at the execute coming in.
We've praised OG's executes on the A site in the past. No push coming on in just yet. Good nade from Alexi. Plenty of damage done towards Yuri.
So this was just the first wave. OG just baited out the utility. Information being retaken by Quesarado. That should be a huge tell. But Alexi B is just swapping. Going back to apps. And now we will see the second wave coming on in soon. And there's a lack of utility for Furia.
But how much do we see OG spend in this one? We know what Furia can do with these deagles in their hands. Yuri with a 5-7 trying to make it work. He quickly tries to escape. He's looking to force the aggression, but it's not going to work out for him. And Henny will probably just save onto the AWP now.
It's looking much better for OG. Much better.
Ooh.
The double pump on the A side, making sure that any deagle, any 5-7 trying to be close distance would be punished. This is an OG that looks more in line with what's happening. They're in the zone right now. And as we can see, the AI prediction, not really in favor of Henny. I think it's fair.
The 1%. Is that because they're not 100% like Pimp?
Yeah,
is there ever going to be 100%?
You cannot actually say at this moment that there's no way he can win.
What about we're going to test this with the IA? 1 health, yeah, just a pistol, and no utility and no armor against 5 fully stacked up players.
That's because
that should be 100%.
You're looking for a statistically valid 0%, which doesn't exist. And you know what doesn't exist? Henny's AWP. It's gone.
That's
well, actually, it's on the back of Mento now.
Yeah.
Found a new owner. But yeah, this was very clean from OG, and you can see they're very organized as to whose line they're supposed to hold. Mento punishing the incursion through the smoke, and then towards site. That's better. That's looking much better on their T side. Remember, this is their map pick. We expect to see OG pull up a better fight.
Yeah, definitely, especially on the T side. It's more about what they do when the individuals of Furia step up into it. But for now, Furia didn't save the AWP over. Just going to be playing off the back of pistols. This is where OG need to not get careless. They need to be cautious. And that's what you want to see. MBK, he's learning. Shoot the smoke at all times.
There's a good probability. If you think about return of investment, well, NBK's filling it. Don't get me wrong; these are not impactful kills, but it feels good. It, gets
he needs that right now.
You need it. Everyone needs it. Everyone can do it with a little bit of stats padding when it comes to these USP Glocks rounds. There's no shame in that. On the other side, the other way around, I think it's really cool that you again feel comfortable, feel trust in your aim. And he just wins straight up duels with
USP, of course.
Against a Mac
Why
10 at
not?
long distances, I don't want to be that guy. Good spray control coming out of
Well,
the VK.
That's just beautiful. I love a one-shot. Oh, here we go. Got the zoom again for you.
It's my favorite part of it. This is spray control. That is spray control right here. You
really
can see the
good.
distance between your crosshair and where your bullets are actually going.
And then just to adjust so quickly after that full spray, boop, your head gets popped.
Oh,
So
Alexi B.
does Alexi, challenging out in mid on his own. He wants to stick around. He wants to do some more damage. In case Serrano, he tries to change the game and put the numbers in their favor, but it's not going to work out. Henny now missing a crucial shot. They need him to deliver, but Mantu puts an end to it. Yuri and Vinny all alone, 2v4. Does Yuri just want to back out of this one? They've had so many rounds where they've just not had weapons in play. They're still going to play out the top of mid as well. Alexi, he's hanging about. He wants to do some more damage. They will find him. That's a chance.
Do they consider it, though? Do they
Yeah.
consider playing the round? I think Vinny's set his sight on the B-bomb side. Now he's making his way back, but they have to be discussing it. They have to be talking about the ID, and that is it. That's the end of the debate right here.
Yeah.
OG are doing a tremendous job at shutting down Art. Go back to the first bonus round. Art is pushing in the apps. What's happening? Valde waits him up, kills him straight up. No impact in the game whatsoever. Moving on to the second gun round, Art tries to push in the smoke mid. Alexi B catches him off guard. Finds even a double kill on 2K Serrado. That is huge so far. Art is sitting on 1 and 5 at the moment, but he's being countered every single time.
That's when I want to see Art not play his style, you know? I want him
I know
to
what
trick
you
them.
mean.
I want him to trick them because he's smart. We know he's smart. And this style of play, it's great. We praise it all the time. But I'd love him to throw the variety in where it's not going to be played some rounds. So maybe you just get some buffer rounds because he's still an incredible player. Play out some normal rounds, get them feeling secure. Oh, he's not doing it anymore. We've beaten him. And then just, I'm back and fire back out.
Well, we know they can do it on Inferno. We know they can have different game plans in order to achieve victory, right? They have shown it on Inferno, at least on their T side. But can we say the same about Mirage? Is it going to be through aggression?
Yeah, I'm
you
with
think
you.
about their CT side they had against G2. Again, it was off the back of AWPs. 2 of them, mostly, grabbing all these kills. So far, Henny has been a little bit neutralized as well, even though he's on 6 and 5. And Art has got no money. I don't think Art ever had an AWP at the moment, so OG are doing everything they need to do in order to constrain or restrain Furia's power on the CT side.
And Mantu, he's just going to be non-stop right now. We said we wanted to see more from him with the AWP in hand, not just the rifles where he was feeling comfortable when it came to Inferno. But I can give him a bit of leeway. His CT AWPing didn't go and hit the mark when it came to Inferno. And then you go onto the T side, yeah, rifle, I can get with it. Now he's in his zone. Now he's hitting the shots he needs to hit. Nothing too crazy, but he's having the impact that OG need here.
And I think he's also enjoying the fact that OG have put so much pressure on Furia that there is not a double AWP setup, which means he gets to play more AWP versus rifle.
You've just put it in my mind, though. What happens when they do pull out the double AWP setup? We haven't seen it yet for here.
Well,
That's what Furia did to bounce back against G2.
That's correct. And we are looking at a similar scenario so far. It was a 6-2 deficit that turned into a 9-6. Now, Art has saved enough money to put an AWP on the board next round. Henny's on 3.1 with max bonus. He should be able to as well. So if they want to, they could go to the double AWP. But this is where the preparation kicks in. If you are OG, you are picking into Mirage, which then you know you're going to start on the T side, you need to see that time. You can predict it. When you have won 2 gun rounds in a row, and then Furia has max bonus loss, you can predict the moment the AWP
I'm with you.
with an S would actually come to play. So we'll see if OG can... I mean, we'll even see if Furia goes for it. Maybe they change things around.
Yeah. I don't want to see that triple AWP setup anymore.
What do you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
Makes you feel uncomfortable.
Does it make you sweat behind the knee?
No, because I've never done that. Someone please tweet at Maniac CSGO, at
me alone.
Max Esports, and tell us, have you ever sweat behind your knees?
It's a Brooklyn 99 reference.
Maniac keeps making this reference, and I can't even begin to understand. Even when I go to the gym for a really long workout, why would I sweat tweet behind the knees? They're not armpits.
Oh my, I'm sure there are some people of culture out there who knows my reference.
Just when you hit us with it the
Peralta and
first time,
Santiago.
I was so lost. I was just like, what is this?
Okay.
Timeout, though. Makes sense here for Furia. They are down and out, and they're making the discussion on, do they want to run this double orb setup in there?
Well, they do. They absolutely do. If we were in a time travel machine, that could be the G2 moment right here. That 6-2 deficit, bringing up the double AWP, and from that point on, it was win and win. And
Yeah.
Is
What
it
was
gonna be
it?
the same?
26 kills.
26 kills
between
on the
both of them
CT
with
side.
orb.
On the CT side, yeah, that was massive. I don't think I had seen it before. So how do OG handle it? They go with the fast mid take. I don't think Art has been detected. He can grab one and stay alive. No, he cannot. Huge kill from Mantu. Mantu, you have to calm down. He's fired up.
He was like, we're going to play this on hard mode, boys. I'm taking them all down.
That's
Kills
when you
are
know
missing.
he's activated. He just probably just saw like the beginning of Isan just took him down straight up.
I want to see
You gotta
that.
take a deep breath.
We got to see that in his perspective to understand what madness just went down. For now, though, Furia are down on AWP. Still in a 4v4. And OG are gearing up for this A push. And the actual site itself is an easy enter point. Entry point. Good.
They're playing
okay.
retake.
Well done.
Yuri's playing retake. Now the rotation from Yuri is going to come in. So I think he'll reach CT spawn in time. But do they realize how much space has been taken by OG? Now they know. Yuri, but he's already out of position. Valde was in place. Henny strikes in, goes through the smoke, wants to have more damage, more impact with the AWP. We need him to shine. They need him. That's a first kill. Second is not going to connect. Alexibi strikes in. He sees the foot through the smoke. Huge kill on 2K Serrato, leaving Vinny now with the AUG alone.
Oh, Mantu is ready on top of the smoke. An
Good
easy kill
job.
for him to find. And OG are getting it done on their T side here on Mirage. They managed to stand up against the double AWP setup and the team kill. So here's Art. Then what happened to Issa? Oh, no! Issa jumps! That's the worst. Look.
This is
like,
so unlucky.
peekaboo.
He just wanted to fire a shot through
Through
the
the
window.
smoke.
Oh, no.
So that was really no one's fault. Like, Issa was just going to get some cover for himself. Mantu was trying to take a pop shot in the
It's
dark.
just a series of unfortunate events. That's what it was.
Oh, you have to laugh.
And
Otherwise
Art,
you cry.
James, on 1-7. Art cannot catch a break in this game. He was...
He reminds me of Nuke.
Sounds like a Backstreet Boys song. Remind me of Nuke.
Oh, God.
This is looking much better from OG, though, I have to
Definitely.
say. They weathered the storm of the double AWP setup in the perfect way, starting with Mantu finding that kill and then flowing back to the A side, grabbing all that space, striking on Yuri, who was trying to retake fire. And this is OG firmly in control of this map.
In a big way. And it doesn't matter what Furia have tried. I thought that double AWP setup was going to be it. But Mantu, he hit the shots and some more that were needed. Even Henny wasn't enough to lock down the A side as the push came in. Oh, Issa's heard it. Oh, that's really well dealt with because that's pressure that's real hard. Spray,
That's
stop,
also-
spray, spray, stop, spray.
That's going to be confidence for Issa as well. He was not having the best of game. I said on Inferno, he was having a hard time. He was challenged a lot on the A side, and when he was down 2-7, obviously Mantu just puts one between his ears in middle, so that's just unfair. So it's great for him to find a little bit of success. I am firmly impressed by what OG are doing.
But we
right
said
now.
this last time we saw OG, right? Their T side was really nice. That's what gave us a lot of confidence on Mirage. And we talked about it being a puggy map. Alexi B may have made it into a way where he can see certain executes and things done in a great way to utilize his individuals here.
It's the details, right? If you go back to the previous round, it's OG sneaking out of ramp and waiting before they use their utilities to then catch Yuri off guard. These are the kind of details that make me think they know Mirage.
Yeah.
Alexi knows Mirage to a deep level that goes way beyond just, hey, smokes on A, guys. No,
Yeah.
no, no. He knows how to maneuver around the map, put some pressure somewhere, then come back, grab that space for nothing, ultimately, and then push his advantage. That is a very good try. And he would put down the sniper,
Costly.
and they pick it up. They cannot, but who cares
Oh,
about
God,
money?
he's got-
Mantu's on 15K right now.
15K.
Hey, rich.
He's like, cool, no problem. I was going to be max cash anyway.
He can sustain the financial punishment of killing Issa. It's like, I got you. I got it. Don't worry about it.
That's the point. He's got all that money and he TK'd. Well, Furia back on the double AWP setup again. He never gives up no matter what his score is. I'll give him that. You definitely can't say he's not ever confident. They're still out here. They're
dropping down mid again.
You can battle back against this boy and he won't ever. He stands strong. He's got his shoulders up and his chest out.
Furia have decided to somewhat abandon the B side. It's only on to Vinny. Now he's got rotations from Kesarado coming in. OG have a deep lean towards mid. But Alexi B, he could find Art, or can he? The timing is perfect for Art. If he can escape, that'd be a great 5v4. It's been a while since we saw Furia in advantageous position.
They've managed to hold on to it as well. I was worried that Art would re-poke out into mid. He's now up in window. He wants to try and find some success. Still slow from OG. Plenty of time though. Incendiary grenade goes down. Yuri needs to be careful, but MBK. Oh, Issa pulls that off as well. He may burn to his death, but that's a crucial kill. Henny now missing one, and he can't get it done. Furia have fallen apart despite getting the opening pick. Their positions look so strong, but they were bested at every turn. Now Vinny.
He's got to save.
Oh, he's going to go back. Yeah, he doesn't
have to give it up.
Oh, it's so rough.
NBK surprising Art is the defining moment of the round. Fury looked in control, but as soon as Art falls down, you can see Yuri's panicking because now he's got potentially 180 degrees of danger around him. So he has to make a choice. He cannot focus on that duel against Issa, loses it even though he trades it with the Molotov, sorry. And OG, they dig themselves out of that 4v5. The late A pincer move activated. Krabby on the A side. And Henny, I think we also have to mention, Henny missed a couple of shots who are uncharacteristic of him, right?
Exactly.
But you go back to that game against G2, he was hitting all of them. He was cleaning the A side, any opportunity he had. And here, again, it starts off quite well. Good kill from Art. But from this moment, that kill changes everything.
Yep.
Art is completely oblivious to that risk, that danger.
Henny was just swarmed. Yuri had gone down on ramp. OG are having a phenomenal half. And Furia have found no way back in. We're going to have the AWP on Henny. We're going to have a buy of rifles. And we're going to see a lot of aggression come out here at mid. Issa gets domed instantly. Mantu is there with Alexi B. They're going to try and fight this off. They're going to try and push back. They're standing to fight. They're standing strong. And OG are winning it out for now. But they need to get one more kill here. MBK playing the sneaky game.
Oh, he didn't see him. He didn't see him. Finally, Henny stands strong on the A side, but it's not done. Kesarado tried to make this escape, but Mantu was on the case. Now we have Vinny grabbing information. Did he hear them run away? Oh, they're playing it separately. I like what OG is doing. Mind games on top of mind games. Gonna smoke that B side, but Vinny's pushing in. The fake will have no impact.
And look where Henny sits. Will Mantu expect this? Will Henny stay around long enough?
That should be the bomb.
He's ready for it. Henny's got to be fast. Easy first kill found. Now Valde could come in with a sneak attack, but Vinny's going to be joining up. There he strikes. Now Vinny has the information. But Vinny, he's walking it. Valde may have no idea what's going on. Slowly but surely. Vinny does have a kit. He's got the utility. He's been that low B defender all on his own time and time again, and it's been so tough for him. Valde checking every single corner. Vinny's just going to come up real soon and be able to take him down. No problem at all. He's been able to grab the AWP as well. And Vindog comes in to save the day.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty. But Furia puts a third round on the board. I cannot believe how focused they are towards mid. Furia wants to battle middle every single time. But this time around, Henny actually wins the duel against NBK. He catches him off guard and closes the A side. Repositions them into the A ramp, finding the bomb. And that's it. That gives Vinny enough time to rotate around and have a very, very potent flank. If Furia are able to fight back to 6-9, then I think we have a game, James. I think it's possible. It's still on the cards. But this round is going to be truly testing for them. Kesarado is clearing the B side, so now it's a battle against time, but they don't have it with them.
If they can make this 9-6, that's what's going to be key here. This double AWP setup could potentially come into work. So close, Henny. Does he hear what's going on around him? More shots out towards him, but he still stands alive. He doesn't have much health, but the rest of Furia have striked just in the right time. It was so close. It was very uncomfortable. And Alexi B, now on his own, has to do it all.
I talked about his mastery of Mirage. Well, here's your shot. Here's your opportunity. Not gonna lie, it's not an easy one. 1v3 now, he's been spotted, so the element of surprise is long gone. He's got 2 AWPs to dispatch of, and Vinny with the AUG was stuck towards CT spawn. So barring some kind of gigantic mistake from Furia, they should have that 4th round on the board. But we know Alexi B, he can be deadly.
Just too many different positions he has to hit where these players are sat. One in sight, one in Palace, one on the ramp. He can hear the scope. Oh, nice shot onto Yuri there. He was just out in the open, though. And especially as Henny's low, if Alexi does want to go for this, there is a chance. He wanted to bait out a jungle push, but Vinny still stands strong on ramp.
He's got to take the bomb, though. He's got to take the bomb, make his way towards the A side. And he will not be able to sustain that double push. He fakes in one time. The Furious calling the bluff, and he isn't, though. Oh my god, that could be a chance. He could fake it all. Vinny strikes.
I felt so nervous that he would be able to pull that AK out and just rip Vinny apart. But that was a costly round again here for Fury, and I don't think they can sustain this double AWP setup.
Extremely costly. That setup right here between Henny and Yuri was so nice. The way they trusted each other. Yeah. Henny, he was hearing people running on the side to his right-hand side. He decides to keep going because he knows Yuri is in no danger for now. It's okay. I can just get the first duel and then rotate around. That was a good bait and switch setup. And Furia could still make it competitive, but they have very little money to play with. They have an AWP on Henny and an MP9 on Vinny. Alexi B's taking space. He's already into connector. And that duel could open up everything. Valde takes down Yuri. Again in the connector. How many times have we seen Alexi B on that box?
He gets away with it.
Oh, it's just falling apart for Furia now. NBK punishing
Henny.
Vinny.
He's been hit up as well. OG are everywhere.
They win most of the battles and then they play the advantage. Good shot from NBK. Henny's trying to put up a fight. That's the bomb on the ground towards A, but OG have more than a minute to play with. They are in no hurry whatsoever. They have a Molotov, 2 Molotovs to play with as well, and a flash. So all they need to do is guarantee a bomb plant and then decide what part of the map they want to own, they want to control. Fury just pulling away.
It's sadly their best bet. Saving on for the next round because their money is destroyed. They finally managed to get a couple of rounds on the board. But OG have been unrelenting. OG have this figured out. Their T-side looks incredible.
Well, they clearly have figured out something that G2 didn't on that game. Because right now, you can see OG, they're besting Fury in almost every department.
That's the thing, because G2 didn't have this style of execute, right? They'd have more of a, I wouldn't say basic execute, but like more of a default, certain amount of smokes, flashes, Molotovs that go in. You see when OG like push onto A or how they take control of mid, it's done in a unique way for them.
Yeah, Alexi B and NBK both basically taking a lot of space because you have Alexi B's jumping into connector as fast as possible. You have NBK punishing any kind of aggression towards short. So together, they restrain the possibilities of the CTs, and then they give time to the extremities to be activated. Valde finding the kill onto Yuri is what basically is the canopy of the round. So now OG, they could possibly go on to win 11 rounds on their T side of Mirage. A huge bounce back after being manhandled on Inferno. I can't think of any other word. And again, Alexi B, again taking space. When is he gonna get punished? Art with the shotgun could be his demise.
This is the round that Furia need.
They need it. Oh my god, the shotgun.
Art cannot catch a break today. His shenanigans are not going to be working at all. But Yuri may help Furia get this round. It's Mantu and Alexi B to deal with. Certainly not easy. And, well, that goes to show why it's not easy. Give him a chance. And he'll be able to take it fully. Quesarado does battle back. Did have the information. Now it's up to Mantu to come in clutch.
Good flash. He's been spotted. He's been blinded. And Henny will put him down. Furia saves the day, winning a 5th round, but it's not looking too great. OG had a magnificent T-side.
Inside, and right now it looks scary, but can they handle it coming into their CT side? Because we know what Furia bring.
If we were to make a head-to-head between Alexibi and Art, then the winner of that first half is very easy to pick. Alexibi had Art figured out every single time, every single round, but now there could be the reaction. We see the B rush coming in. NBK finds 2 quick kills with the USP. Pristine job, he's able to stay alive. He's got a lot of backup behind him as well, but he's still finding them. Henny finally puts him down, but Mantu is spotted. Didn't exploit his position.
They're in a big, heavy advantage going into this one now, though. Furia, 2 players that still want to focus in on B. The rotation's there. There's no flank coming in. It's just still hanging around on the A site.
This is where preparation comes into play as well. I cannot shake the feeling that OG have tailored a game plan to face Furia. We can ask them later, maybe in an interview, right? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just their style, their game, you know?
Yep.
But the way they approach some of these key rounds, it does feel like they have a good read on what's happening. We can think about this pistol round. We can think about their first gun round on the T side. They know. I think they know, or Alexibi is in Art's head, pretty much.
And Art also gets in his own head because he never gives up, he never stops. But sometimes he plays into his opposition's hand. Valde there did have backup from the window as well. And I'm liking this more. Valde and Alexibi playing together in many spots here. We first saw it on Inferno. We're now going to see it on Mirage as well.
I like the synergy between these two. And I think as well that having a player like Valde next to you allows Alexibi to have a lot of autonomy and freedom in what he wants to do, because Valde is the type of player that strikes me as you give them the conditions and he'll make the best out of it. Look, this is what I'm going to do. Please back me up.
Be there.
And he'll
Be
do
ready.
it. And he'll find a way to do it in a nice and optimized way. So great for them. Now the first buy coming in from Furia. And the fact that Art is staying on the Mac 10, I have to say, I don't know what to make of it. We'll see how he wants to use it.
Could this be that crazy B play we saw time and time again? More out towards mid for now, but they've done this before and split it onto short. He was the one rushing forward, getting up in their faces. And they've not all upgraded with this. Look, they got ready for it. Look, they thought the B hit was coming in completely. So OG do have a big plan here on what Furia have to offer.
They wanted to fight for that B house. No one from Furia was holding there. So there is also a lack of information. Furia doesn't know that they've been completely constricted. And there we go. That's the information right there. They realize, hold on a second, they know everything about us. There is pressure.
Valde hears so much here as well.
Oh, and they go back to fight it. I'm loving this from Furia. This could catch NVK off guard. Look at this. He's going to be completely isolated in about 10 seconds.
Mentality as well.
This is amazing from Furia.
NBK is going to check it. Can he get one? That's what he needs to do, but he can't. Does a nice amount of damage, but can't finish off Keserato. Mantu's in a good spot, though, if it's left unchecked. Art's the one pushing forward now with an M4 in his hand. He made some noise. Mantu certainly could have heard him.
Mantu doesn't know how many players are in front of him. That's why he's not peeking. He expects Art to be followed, but now he has the information about the pack, so he strikes in. Gets Art, repositions with the FAMAS. It's not the best weapon to have. And Furia, they're still taking their time. Oh, Alexi B with the scout, not the best weapon to have long distance. And the B split is coming.
Mantu's left it as well. Even Furia, they're understanding, wait a second, where is everyone? They're checking the spots. They will eventually go in to get the plant down.
This was such a fascinating round.
Yeah, so many different caveats to it.
Yes, exactly. How many different scenarios could have happened, and then the realization, in Furia's brain, when they get shot at by NBK, at that moment, they know, wait a minute, they have B apps control. We need to retake it. And they do it, but they do it calmly. They send 3 players towards underground, and then a second wave of attack from T-spawn. They burst onto NBK, they clean him up, and then they wait. They send Art just to get some information.
Yep.
And once he does, then they act on it. That was very controlled from Furia. And something you cannot take away from Art is that even when he's having a hard game, he'll take these shady rolls. He'll just go first.
It doesn't matter actually what his score is, because I'm not ever worried about Art getting into his own head, not having a good game in because he's like, you know, feeling down. I don't see the emotion being a problem for him. I can see frustration that it's not working, but he'll still go, cool, well, I'll try this next. I'll try this. He never gives up. And you can't say that about many players. 2 for 15, and it really doesn't matter for him right now. He's still playing the same old style.
Look, I agree with you, but at some point he's going to have to come alive in this game.
I agree. I agree he needs to come alive, but I mean, he waits to find it, you know? He's looking to find the gap, and then he'll exploit it. But sadly, when he doesn't find the gap, we get these situations. We saw this on Nuke.
Fake map control being thrown by Furia. OG have the amount of bodies they need on the A side. It's a bait and switch setup between Issa and MBK, and the Phalanx could just be enough. He mows them down. Good trade from Yuri, but the damage has been done. He's down to 29 HP. Catch that Molotov on your head. Alexi B's crossing the smoke. I'm not sure he needed to do it. Now he's committed.
He's stuck in the site and he's pulled the pistol out now. You've got to give Issa a lot of credit for how much he was able to get done in that round. Alexi firing off some shots. 2 players now very softened up. But this is his time to strike. This is his time to come alive. But he gets best. Mantu, even with the rifle, is getting it done. 2v3. And the CTs, they're definitely in the lead when it comes to this. Health, weaponry, utility.
Yeah, there's very little that's going Furia's way in this 2v3. They're waiting out. And the reason they're stabilizing now is that they hope OG will doubt. They'll second guess themselves and maybe overplay their hands. Send 2 rotations towards the B-bomb side. For now, it's only NBK that's holding that position. Valdez never, ever going to move. Even if Mantu gets caught off guard, Valdez the insurance policy. And that's the great bait and switch setup here. Mantu's going to act like a bait, and Furia don't have any utility to clean Valdez. So Mantu just has to get 1 kill. He could even get both.
Oh yeah, they're so low. It's definitely possible.
That's it. Now he's going to have no idea about Valde.
No.
That's where the insurance policy comes in.
Look at the time.
Hello.
Does it perfectly. Valde was never in fear from there. And we now see a 13th round on the board for OG.
That's good read again.
Issa did so much damage as well. Not just it was like 2.75.
Right. Only with the FMS as well. You have to
Yeah.
But they had the right read. Furia tried to pull a lot of the defense towards the mid side. That's why they used all these smokes towards mid. That's what I call the fake map control. But OG from the get-go had decided to have 2 players firmly on the A side, which explains why Issa is in such a committed position, because they have no interest in finding middle. What they want to do is hold the side strong, and that was a good read. We have to give props either to Alexi B or the preparation or the coach or whoever is responsible for this game plan, because it's been working. It's been efficient. More often than not, they've made the right decision in the OG camp, and they are poised to push us onto a 3rd map.
It's so clear right now. The Furia don't have the answers and they're not feeling it. This is a different type of Mirage team than they've faced in recent. Ooh, we're getting a faster play out.
Good nade. Oh, the damage on Quesarado. But now they go in. Now he wants to close the gap, but he gets caught by NBK. Beautiful crosser placement. A lot of work being put down as a first wave of defense. Now it's Alexi B, but he's got backup. He got Mantu behind him, and Valde's already closing in from behind. It is looking dire for Furia.
No hope in this round for Furia. They are being pincered in. Arc goes down. Alexi's ready to strike as soon as he hears the plant come in. The nade goes out, and Alexi's just toying with his food. Vinny does, in the end, take him down, but that's not going to matter. 3 still alive for OG, a 14th secured, and Furia continue to try, continue to struggle as OG show them one hell of a Mirage.
NBK, the huge grenade damage, and then cross placement, the positions. Furia did not find a way in, and it's been the story for them in this second half. The first line of defense for OG is always good for 2. You think about Issa on apps, you think about NBK now on the B side, always good for 2. Which explains that they are always losing the trade game. Furia cannot catch a break. It's been the OG story all across the board.
And what it is here for OG, it's not just like one person's popping off. The team is there. The team is getting it done. And one thing you got to credit OG for is the faith they have in Alexi. We heard it before. during the full season. They trust what he says. They trust what he wants to do. And we see why when it comes to Mirage. 15-6 now. And Furia, well, they've just been made to look foolish when it comes to Mirage, honestly.
There wasn't really a point in which the issue of that game was a question. OG have been in the lead almost from the get-go.
Yep.
They've punished Art every single time he tried to take any risk. Tactically speaking, Alexi B has been 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps ahead of his counterpart. And tactical timeouts didn't really net them any round. I don't really see how Furia can dig themselves out of that one. OG, they seem to have it under their grasp, under their control. And it is a demonstration. They've had the good positions, they've had the good setups, and the individuals, they've just been shining. Look at the kill feed, right? It's only Issa. I told you Issa's having a hard game. 7-12, but the rest, 14 on Mantu, 18 on Val and NBK, 19 on LXCB. It's a teamwork. It's a team effort.
But Issa doesn't even really need to be there, right? It's not like we've had some of these rounds where it's got super scary and we think, oh, okay. Only if he came alive, they might have had a chance in it. No, for now, and for good. We've seen OG really step it up. And again, Alexi will take the aggression at mid. Vinny's there ready and waiting for it. But Valde, he's the second. He just goes out to it. Art goes down. And poor Art, everything he tries, everything he wants to do gets shut down. Vinny and Quesarado, they're giving it their best fight. But they've still got 2 more players to find. Valde's going to play it smart and go off towards CT spawn, as Mantu did spot out 1 player there. He knows where to look for Vinny, and he can hear what's going on around him. And you can see Furia. They're not going to commit to this just yet. Valde's been found, but Vinny with the bomb on his back. That could have been the money shot. Nade going out as well. Vinny doesn't have much health. Now he has even less. 14 in a dream, and he's got to find a way out of there. Mantu expects Quesarado could be somewhere closer, but Vinny has managed to escape. The plant will go down and Furia potentially stay alive, but Mantu could easily clutch this one out. A 1v2 is not out the realms of possibility. He's got to isolate both players, but Vinny, he's so low. There's not much in it for him. Flash goes up. Vinny's not making a move on it just yet. They're playing with each other. Oh, so unlucky. The smoke goes down. He goes to fight for it. Does a nice bit of damage to Quesarato, but the buddy system works out here for Furia. The communication was strong.
Yeah, they resist. Furia's resisting. They're trying to put up a fight. This time around through Quesarado and Vinny together combining to clear up that A site. And then they play the 2v1 with patience. Vinny realizing that with such low HP, he cannot really afford to reposition. So he stayed exactly where he planned the bomb and then played with the buddy system. Good job from Furia. A comeback is not impossible. It hasn't really looked possible so far, or likely, I want to say. But we know you just give them a couple of rounds. And this time, they have taken the defense off guard. This time around, it's only Issa on the A side. The rest of the defense, so far, poised towards mid. Rotations will come in on in now.
Oh, Issa's
burning. You're not having a good game. You've been team flashed and burned. This is bad luck, Brian, right here.
Oh, Alexi, he's not going to have some luck of his own. He thinks he can get the flank on go. It's what we say about Fury. You give them 1 round, and they can capitalize on it. Mantu now going to have to save his AWP, because the money is not there for OG.
Bomb has been planted.
Can he even save it? Good shot onto Vinny. Will escape for now. Oh, the prediction changes. I love that. 1 kill goes the way.
It's not impossible, but they don't have a kill to play with, so...
That's cool, though.
Just
I liked
saving
it.
the AWP. That might be the first time I see Furia catching the defense off guard.
Yeah.
They actually, from the get-go, had the right call. OG wanted to fight towards mid, but Furia were not interested in that fight at all. They wanted to execute the A side fast. Again, I talked about Issa. I think he got team flashed. That could be the only reason why he stayed in the Molotov. Valde had the assist on that kill. So Issa had no say in this round whatsoever. Frustrating at that, for sure. He's not been having a great of game. But the... Oh, look at this. So he turns around, and he burns, and then he gets... Okay, I don't think the flash actually works. It was one of these very generous assists.
He was stuck in there anyway, right? There was flames on either side of him, so I guess wherever he went, he's probably going to die.
It's a long road ahead for Furia. They have 7 rounds to win in a row if they want to push us to overtime. OG just need 1, and they have the good idea right now. It's going to be on to Mentu. We talked about him, and he kicks things off. Does he go for more? Another one through the smoke.
Mantu looking to close it out in style. And they didn't even have a full buy in this one. Valdez delivered the headshot with a deagle, and Furia, they looked like they were trying to mount a comeback into this game, but it could be being ripped apart from them. Mantu hitting the 2 crucial AWP shots. He could potentially deliver some more. Art and Vinny with the AKs in their hands. They need these CTs to make some mistakes, but that's not happening. That's not taking place. First one found, and they can back away on this.
They're doubling back. Vinny has the bomb, James.
Oh, he's
so now
gone
it's
into
on
A
to
nearly
Issa.
as well.
Issa has to stay alive. If Issa falls now, that could be an A side, completely under control. The T side, the timing is here for Issa. And that could just be it.
Oh, he repositions to ramp. Vinny's going to go in for the
Don't
plant.
catch him off guard. That's it. That's good. Oh, wait, he's playing the mathematics. He's playing the number games. I can respect that.
Yeah, it does make sense. It's the way they need to do it. Only person with armor in that round as well was Mantu. The head armor, that is. Oh, Vinny! Oh, Vinny! What on earth? Even Mantu went down there, AWP in hand. Surely not like this. He pushes on out into it. 4 kills, 4 headshot. Vinny saves the day and keeps Furia alive. Mantu did everything he could on that B push coming through. But this is the depth of the individual skills within Furia.
Vinny strikes again. And I think we overshadow his clutching abilities. Oh, the second shot is so clean.
Onto Mantu. Mantu had no idea.
He didn't have any time.
No,
he didn't have
it's
any
just
time
like-
to react. That was just too fast.
Boom, boom.
But is it too late? Is it too late for Furia? Is the awakening happening
They're
a little bit too
smiling.
late?
They're
I know they're smiling, but they're just 1 round away from being pushed onto a 3rd.
You know what I say, Maniac?
I know.
If Furia is smiling, the game is not over.
That's where it started. That
Not
damn
down and
smile.
out of it yet. The Art smile is contagious. The Vinny smile, even more so. I don't actually think I've ever seen Vinny not smile, by the way.
He seems to be enjoying life, which is great to see. It's a positive vibe to get. And I want to say I have seen OG in the past let away some huge leads. But again, I'm not going to get in my head too quickly now. OG are still in a very favorable position.
Okay.
15-9 in the lead. It's a half by now.
Yep.
Should be under control, but again, we've seen worse happen in the past. Kicks off with Valde finding Yuri, and Furia, you have to stick it together.
Vinny deals with the first. Will he expect the second? It's Issa. Still tucked away in dark. Not going to be mollied out either. They throw it up towards Palace. Vinny needs to check this. Oh my God,
Oh,
Vinny. He's just come back into this. More shots being delivered, but now it's on Queserato. It's a 1v1. Queserato doesn't want to allow him to have a gun. They might have just seen each other. Smart play from Queserato, but these rounds have been very close. Very close, with not a lot invested in by OG.
It's too close. It's too close, Jace. I'm sorry.
You can't buy into this, can you? You can't
I cannot buy into
it.
this quite yet. But I always say, once you make it to double digit, suddenly the amount of gun rounds that you need to win is not as crazy as it seems. 2 to 3 gun rounds. That's what OG have to play with. 2 to 3 maximum gun rounds if they want to close this game. So for Furia, the road that looked to be endless, they now start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They could actually put it together.
Good nade going out from
And you
Mantu.
get the pace being picked up, James. Now it's the B hit that we talked about.
Alexi.
Now it's the B split that we have mentioned so many times. But Alexi B laying down the Molotov will force them away, or at least force them to wait it out.
He's got MBK's backup, but they've given up the high ground. Mantu allowing them to go into window if they so want. Furia are patiently waiting. They're ready to pounce if anyone makes a mistake. OG, though, they seem from the rounds we've seen from them here on the CT side, they're not willing to go too aggressive, right? They'll hold back. They'll wait for Fury or something like this.
Now they have a controlled approach. If you see you have Valde that's already in the A ramp, and you have, I believe it is, Alexi B making sure that the window sneak is not going to happen. So they are in control. Furia, they're now just going in the gap. And Valde,
no,
he must have been told.
no,
They must have known that this was a
no.
possibility. I thought they had the setup. It all falls apart.
This is not what OG needed, and they might save their weapons here. That's an error. Furia found the perfect time and the perfect way in. Art might be able to take Mantu's AWP down as well. Surely Mantu lands this. There we go. That's the shot he needs to hit. He needs to hold on to that weapon for sure.
It's not a good day for Art. I'll say as much.
Arts is two different styles of him today. Inferno?
You got to appreciate the fact that, as you were talking about, the calls are still very correct. It's very decent how they're approaching these rounds. He doesn't give up, and he doesn't get zoned out of it. That's really key.
When you say he doesn't get zoned out of it as well, what I really appreciate is that even when he's having a bad game, he still goes in for it as well, right? To be able to be getting smashed, you've been in games and you'll go, oh, nothing's working. And you'll start to doubt yourself, don't you? You start to think, like, this isn't working. He's just like, no, I'll go.
First, I cannot do it. Too hard. Can I lurk?
Please.
These days are over. Now people are taking responsibility. I remember everyone would just jump on the opportunity to be low HP and lurk. Hey, I have 13 HP. Can I stay behind? That makes sense. I'll take that Mac 10. I'll take it off your hands. Just give that to me. I'll stay behind.
You just throwing a nade at your feet, weren't you, at the beginning of the round? And you're like, I'm low HP.
Oh, I guess I'm staying behind. Oh, man, oh, man.
With a big smile on your face while saying it.
4 rounds, James. 4 rounds are separating these two teams.
And Furia are on fire now.
They are on fire. Quite literally as well. So what's the goal now? OG and Alexi B particularly have to find a way to stop that. These have been messy rounds, very back and forth, so they are not out of it at all. They're sticking with the 2-1-2 setup with a strong A lean, and judging by Furia's positioning, that could just pay off huge dividend. Issa is sticking on the balcony. He's got the backup from Mantu with the AWP, and Valde is going to be responsible for connector. It's an A split, a late A split, I believe, for Furia, judging by their positions.
They're not being challenged here at mid early on.
Oh, Alexi B, they don't know about him.
He gets himself one. Now position going to be known. Smoke goes out, wants to provide himself some cover. Mantu, he needs to hit some huge shots here. He sees the molly going out. No one forced off the position just yet. They can't quite bait out his shot. He's checking multiple angles, but Issa's there to save the day. Mantu, he escapes with his life, and this could be it. Alexi B holding on. The flames are going to push him away, and he's just going to burn out to his death. He sprays it out, but Art will not take the challenge, will not give him the chance. K Serrano looking to deal some big damage. Now it's a 2v2. This is winnable. It's all going to come down to this challenge. Oh, Mantu.
And
He's not been seen. Oh, Mantu missed the shot as well. The flames go out towards him, and they still get it done. So close, yet so far. And Art, he just got kills, Maniac. He just came back.
It was a 2v4. They just turned around again. Art with the patience move in window with the Molotov being put down on NBK, just waiting, biding his time. And then Quesarado with the frog peek. The frog peek was on the balcony. But that's perfect. That's how you're supposed to do it. It's a froggy peek, and it works.
The frog peek, I love it.
Oh, man. Okay, this is where I'm slowly starting to be worried for OG. Because whether you want it or not, psychologically speaking, it's weighing on you right now. You think about all these clutches that could have been. The 3 words, could have been. We could have won this clutch. We should have won this clutch. Where do you go from there? You have to remain calm. They have to accept the eco round. They're going in for half a buy now, which will put Furia, theoretically, on the 13th round. That would be huge. I cannot believe we are getting so close.
Theoretically, is where we have to look at this. Execution.
Finally, Art gets activated. And what if Art actually find his second breath, his second wave of oxygen in this game? Good idea on the spray. We can't connect quite yet. Vinny will finish off man 2. Leaving now poor NBK with the deagle, only good for 1. And this is it. This is going to be round number 13. And we go back to that discussion, James. How many gun rounds is it between 10-15 and 15-15? The answer is, not a lot.
The answer is, So from when you said it, at 11, there has been 1 so far. The next one will be the second if they buy into it. And then it'll be a mixed buy if they have to play for the 15-15.
Right? So 2 actual gun rounds and 1 half a buy. That is the actual difference between 15 and 10, or rather 15-10 and 15-15. So it's much closer than this, but I cannot believe that Furia could possibly put it together. So many clutches that went their way.
This is like what happened, though, against G2. All the way to overtime, all the way to these crazy plays. And guess what? Furia start hitting the B-bomb site again. Do they do it back to back? Do they go in once again?
I think the difference this time around is that Furia have won many different rounds, different profiles of round. You had the B hit through catwalk with the split. You had the A execute with the late split coming on from mid. So if you're Alexi B, it might actually be quite hard to know exactly what's the next move. They could start to be aggressive a little bit more. We've seen them double dive into underground, for example, and then clear the B apps. That could be a possibility. They've never really been aggressive on the A apps as well. So for OG, there could be a way. And the timeout comes in. And it's R just praying, just playing with his toy right now. He's playing with the food. Thinking, what kind of sauce am I using for this meat? But they've used it 4 out of 4.
They're feeling comfortable. Henny's doing the majority of talking. Interesting.
At this point in time, it has to be a team effort as well. I don't expect Art to be able to alone, single-handedly find the whole, game plan and how we're going to win these 5 key rounds. People have to chime in with ideas. Yeah. This is how they play in my zone. This is what's been happening in this position. They've been smoking. They've been flashing. They're pushing me sometimes. And then Art, he gathers up all that information. He cooks it together, comes up with a plan.
So up until the 15-11 scoreline, Art had 6 kills. Now we're 15-13. He's got 11 kills.
Well, this could be the beginning of a beautiful story, but this could also be the end. OG have now a very potent buy at that, the AWP on Mantu, and M4s all across the board. Furia are playing a very, I want to say, spread out type of style. Art is selling the B fake. It's going to be an A hapsit. And here he goes. Vinny takes the jump, takes the speed. East has been taken out. Vault from Predictor is out.
No.
Kizarado might have done it.
Quesarado. He used Yuri as a bait. Now Vinny is in spawn, but he does get dinked down. They've got to be careful on this. They don't want to overextend. Vinny took the fight for some long range. He's got a molly. He can delay it, and that's exactly what he's going to use. But he is so low on health. MBK spraying it out. Mantu there alongside him to back it up. 4v3, and more flames get put at their feet. Vinny goes out to challenge this time, but he is taken down. There is a way for OG to win this out, but they need to go fast. Oh, Alexi B, he finds it onto Quesarado. Now it's on Henny and Art. It's a 2v3. Oh, they pre-fire it. MBK's there as well. Henny misses the key shot. This could be going down. They're on top of the bomb. He's going to burn alive, and OG pick up the game. 16-13. They stop Furia in their tracks and take us to a third.
How poetic is that? That is a 3v4 that pushes OG over the finish line. They finally win. They finally find their way through